Hi everyone, in this video we're going to give a brief introduction to Tabla. So before I go into how I got involved with this wonderful instrument, I'd like to talk to you a bit about the instrument itself. So the tabla at present is probably the most prominently used percussion instrument in North India. May that be Bollywood, may that be semi-classical music, may that be the instrument as a solo, any genre, may it be jazz, trad, Indian classical. The tabla really is so versatile that it can be used anywhere. The construction of this instrument is, first of all, let's start with the skin. So the skin here is made of goat skin. It's a 7-day process to get the skin ready to apply onto the specific shell that you want to use, and then once that's actually done, I mean, if you take a look at the actual tabla itself, you can see that there's a skin here which I've lifted. There's a skin just going across the whole shell, and then underneath there's another skin very similar to what we have on top. So if you imagine a skin there, and then this whole big membrane, this whole skin that covers the entire sort of space up top of the shell, that's the middle skin, on which we apply this area here, which is called the siahi, also called the gab. Probably the most important part of the tabla. So you have the skin here in the middle, which is this, and this acts as a weight on top of that skin. So when you strike it, that weight acts as an element to make it resonate. So if you didn't have that, for example, if I cover it up, you'll have a dead sound. If I leave it open, then you have the resonance. The tabla, just finishing off the construction of it, you've got a metal shell for the bass drum. Initially this used to be clay, then it evolved into wood. Now we have things like copper. I use brass for example, but copper is one of the better ones. A typical wood used for the shell would be Indian rosewood. A hard, seasoned wood, lasts forever, gives you the best sound that you need. As you can see, there's two parts. The bigger drum here is usually used as a bass, so you have this deep sound which can be modulated. So for example, you can get different notes. However, on this side we have a specific tuning. So this tabla is tuned to D. And unlike this side, you can only get the one pitch out of this. But the interesting part of this particular side of the tabla is that you have two different timbres giving you the same pitch. So basically you've got two tones giving you the same pitch of D. So for example, if I hit the tabla on the edge, I've got that sound at that pitch. But if I hit it here, I've got a very softer, subtler sound. So And you've got other phrases as well, which I'm just about to cover. So you can play it here, you can play it off the tabla as well. The language of tabla. We have many different strokes. So for example, with a certain hand position, which we would use our ring finger, to settle on the edge of the syahi, and using our index finger, we would achieve a sound called na. So going through the whole alphabet, na, tin, tun, tat, pi, ka, ga, na. On this side we have gi, ki, tat. So combining that, we can make phrases, sentences, compositions. So a typical example using these strokes: singular and combination. So combination, for example, would be na, gi together makes tha. A typical composition: or we have other types of compositions which have a little bit more speed to them. So for example, this would not be played at this speed, it'll be more double that speed. So so it's an abstract language, and that's how, using those singular strokes that we have, like na, then we have these compositions. What this instrument has given me is beyond anything I ever expected. That's for sure. I've toured practically half the world: America, Canada, all of Europe, India. I've done the whole of UK, simply because this instrument has taken me there. Yeah, a lot of hard work is needed to get to a certain level in order to become a touring artist, but it's really such an instrument, as I said earlier, that it can be applied anywhere. I've played with jazz, I've played with trad music here, hardcore Indian classical. I've just done a piece with the BBC Symphony Orchestra. I've played in massive festivals, even with rock bands.